Hi, this is Dark Fox 127 and welcome to a Caranthir Tower live stream. This is about the 6th or 7th. I've done quite a few of these now and they've been going quite well, so I'll carry them on until the tower's pretty much done. Today I am pretty much just carrying on from where I left off because I haven't done a lot since the last one. Earlier on today I saw some of the mod contest mods, especially Eleanor's, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. I need to get the tower rolling again. And it's been a week. I've been addicted to Ghost Recon Phantoms. That's like an online shooter game. Something I haven't had for quite some years is a nice online game I can just play and play and play and play and play. So I am now back to the tower, and I decided I want to just overhaul the Alchemy Lab a little bit because it was just annoying me. The clutter wasn't brilliant and some of the furniture was a little too small. So hopefully everything's running fine now because I had a bit of a rocky start for this stream, sort of pre-show. As always, something always goes wrong. But we are good to go now, so we're just going to check the chat, see everything's fine. Okay, 13 minutes. Intros over and over. Yeah, well, here we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to sort of start off from where I was. I don't know what made me do it, but I was like, I thought the entrance was a bit naff, so the structure, I thought I'd work on the structure just a little bit. As you can see, like, these aren't usually here, and it's kind of a mangled mess. It doesn't blend into the wall properly, so I'll put these large pillars here, and I was thinking of putting something down the pillars. Stuff like that. It just looks a bit more beast. Bit more interesting. What I've got to do is get all these banners sort of duplicated and linked because I don't think I've done them all yet. I also want to link these banners around here. I think I've done all of the different colours. And like I said, I've just been going around and making some changes. So this here was a nice idea. This is working pretty much fine. I had some things embedded into the wall here, like statue things from Markarth, which they just didn't go with it. So I ended up chucking them, and I thought I'd just have these hanging around with this blue fiery stuff. That might change. I just wanted something going around for the Alchemy Lab that's not just generic boring statues that don't really match the architecture. So I don't know if I'd redone that window before. I think I had, but I've made some changes. I've moved it up a bit and up the windows slightly, just little changes, put these shelving in. I'm just trying to improve the clutter really and the general look. Over here I've completely changed this. This was like a load of jars on crappy noble shelves. I've built my own custom sort of shelving system here now instead, which is far better. I found a couple of nice discoveries, something I didn't know was used in the creation kit, which I'll show you. Called like these glow effects, which are in static, and what they are just like, they're like very kind of slightly bright lights, but not lights. They're static, so they don't interfere with the lighting, and they have emittance, which means you can change the colour by selecting a light for the emittance. And it might be a nice way of cheating a little bit of light off candles, or making them look like they're actually emitting a bit of light even though they're not, without interrupting sort of your lighting, because as a lot of people know, or people should be aware of, is that the Skyrim lighting tends to flicker if you get too many lights too close together, too big a radiuses and stuff like that. It just gets irritating. So people's lighting in their homes isn't always as amazing as they'd like it to be, or as it could be, because it's just messed up. So as you watch here, I can sort of go through the emittance and it changes colour, and that's just awesome. So you can like use these little glow effects by the looks of it. Although the one on the Alchemy Lab there isn't very strong. It's sometimes the strongest. Haven't gone in game yet. It might look a bit better in game, as everything does. But you should be able to see there, it's like, gets a bit of a green glow around it, which is quite good. So, very nice. And I thought I'd use these nice, cool sort of labyrinth shelf things again. So, you open that up and it reveals all the jars in there. A few different jars, and I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to script that to be a container. So you see it open, accesses a container, and then when you come out of the container it closes again. I think I've got a script lying around somewhere. It's not as easy as it sounds, it gets a bit fiddly, but that's really cool. So I'll put some spaces in there and it turns out to be pretty nice. So I haven't gone in game and tested any of this like yet, so we'll see how it looks. But that's what I'm doing. I'm going to put all this stuff under the stairs. I'm going round. I'm not sure whether to keep that thing there. And it's all coming together quite nicely. So I'm just going to hide these beams because they get in the way of selecting what you actually want. And like I said, it's been a week since last stream, so... Oh yeah, I've changed the light in the middle here. I want things to be a bit more magical, so I've gone with a blue light instead of a boring white. Plus it makes sense with the sort of light thing that I've used now. And the portals, I want to go around, and I've found this fancy glow effect, which makes them a hell of a lot more interesting, rather than just a colour change to a brighter blue. They actually look active now. That's really cool. So I've got to implement that across the tower more. Okay, mage quarters as well. I don't know what else I need to do here. Well, I know what else I've got to do, like, but some of it's going to be left till later on. It's all coming along. Hopefully this sort of top section of the tower can get done. I'll probably like make my way down. So I've deleted that thing there. I need to, what I want to do is copy this one and just have a replica of this on the other side, but change what's on the shelves and such. So that's probably going to be quite awkward actually. Let's see what we can do. Blended in like Blairy's wall art onto the actual design, which looks really nice. I've come back to it basically after like a week, and I've got some fresh ideas, and that's what you got to do. You can't just keep modding. You'll just get to the point where you'll run out of ideas, or you'll get a bit bored of constantly modding it, so you need a break. Select these. Oops. Let's just hide the markers. Shouldn't need that bit. I can put the wall things back. These containers. That's the other thing. I keep getting slipped into the habit of not putting storage. A lot of storage containers, and people love storage, so I'm trying to add more storage options in. So hopefully we can sort of snap this to grid, duplicate it, spin it around because it should be stuck to the grid, and then we are going to slowly move it over. And this is going to go horribly wrong. Yeah, it's going to mess up. Might as well just drag it over and try and work it. Eyeball it. Let's do that, that's better. Much easier. See, I could have gone in NIF scope actually. After I built it in the kit, sometimes I like to go in NIF scope and I just build the thing. But it look iffy as a single NIF anyway. It's not worth the effort. Not just for this. About there. That might be bang on. Probably do that. Looks okay. Let's just go over there, check what that one looked like. Should be perfectly fine actually. You know what? If anything, this one isn't centered. Funnily enough. If anything, this doesn't look like it's in the middle at all. Let me just try something now. Quite funny. The original doesn't even look centered. That's amazing. Let's just try and shift all this across. Oh no, sod, that's a mess. No, that's okay. Fine, sod it. It's not like somebody's going to grab a tape measure. Unless of course somebody makes a mod tape measures of Skyrim. That doesn't look centered. I'm going off this, and this looks different on each side, so I should just go off the general width of it. There you go, there's a mod. If somebody wants to do that, tape measures of Skyrim. Just have to give credit for me, because I had the original idea. Oh crap. I want to hide that. I just want to hide these to try and sod these items off. Or just move them up. Yep. Damn, that stuff looks small. So like I said, it just before, what was here was half the size, and it just looked pathetic. It's like having a tiny child's chair in the middle of a huge hall, and it just looks so out of place. Everything needs to be sort of not too big that the player's not able to reach the desks, but big enough to fit with the architecture and to get enough stuff on. It's very awkward to clutter this place. Very awkward. I'm hoping I'm doing a bit of a better job now. It's just looking a bit better. It's like trying to make it look as full as I can without just having thousands and thousands of the same item everywhere. Trying to mix things up a little. Have a third one of them. Heck of a lot more space on top of here than I thought. Yes. Right, I need some more of these. So what I've been doing with these is you get like they're all done as separate meshes and separate textures. I'll show you that actually. No, it's not the best place to go. Meshes, ARs. This is fine to do for people that just want to drag them in. But if you're using all of them, this is going to take up a lot of space because they're all like, oh no, it's like kilobytes. But every megabyte, kilobyte, gigabyte, super awesome byte, everything counts with a mod this size. So if I can cut down on size, which is what I've done, I'm only going to use one mesh, and then I'll just texture set, overlay the textures for it. So I've got all these wall art textures here, and then I will just literally texture set them over. Although funnily enough, the textures are the largest thing, but I mean, still, that could like add up to nearly a meg. That's off the final mod, which is going to be like what, maybe 250 meg in size. A lot of it's now down to the fact that I keep making my own damn meshes and textures and banners and everything else. Just adding loads of custom stuff in. So I'm going to use these. I'm not sure how many I've got left to play with really. Need to go into texture sets. If anyone's wondering, a friend of mine told me about a program called Sage Thumbs, and that lets you view DDS files as actual images, because by default Windows has no idea what a DDS really is, and it just has them marked out as files. So this helps me view them without having to keep opening them up in Photoshop. So that's like Sage Thumbs. I'll leave the link in the description, even though I'll probably forget. I'll try to remember. Sage Thumbs lets you see all your DDS files, which is flipping useful. So we want to texture set these suckers in. Alchemy, no, wall art one, and it'll even do it through Creation Kit as well. So I can see which one I haven't used yet. I think I've had the feathers. Use that one. What number was that? 9? Yeah, 9. Oh. There we go. Make a copy of that. Choose another one. I haven't used that one. Number 10. What else have we got? Have I had 11? No, I haven't used 11. Have 11 then. Then I can just double click on these, make new versions, and texture set. Go with 11. Ah, I thought that was the other way. Oh, never mind then. Use another one in a second. Number 9. What? Oh, this is going superbly well. That's interesting. Let's just cancel all this a minute. See what these are. These are weird. They're all the damn same. Yeah, I'm using wall art. Should be fine. Okay, let's try this again. So I've used 8, I've used 5 and 13. I think it's 9, 10, 11 that I'm using now. So let's just try 9. 9 looks fine. New, yes. Double click that one. See if we can use, done it again. Keep doing that. See if we can use 10. Probably picked the wrong thing, didn't I? I think I'm confusing myself. I've got like charts as well, haven't I? Yeah, wall art 10. I've just replaced 5. What a muppet. Wall art alchemy 5. No. Getting confused. Wall art 5. Okay. Right, go back in, change that, edit. Then we're going to replace it with 10. I've got these wall chart things that you might have spotted. It's confusing me. Alchemy wall art. See, I've got wall chart, wall art. There we go, wall art. That's what I want. Click OK on that, then rename that 10. That's what I want. Okay, we'll get there in the end. Edit. Then what do we want? 11. Alchemy wall art 11. And that's the wrong way, so we need to pick a new one. Something else. So if we change wall art 11, just click this off, cancel all that. Wall art 11, see what else we've got, if anything. See, it's like pointing up there. I thought that was the right way. I think we've got views 13. Might not have enough, although number 4 I haven't used. That looks okay. Let's try number 4. Let me place this one. That's better. Alchemy wall art 4. There we go. More like it. I'll put some other clutter and stuff on there. Actually, it's just... No, I'll put that after. I'll probably clutter all this later on. We need another Alchemy Lab, that's for sure. With the glow. Let's duplicate that, drag that over. Probably go around and do the portals, and I really want to see what they look like in game. Should be quite cool. A little awkward to select things here. Needs to come over to the edge a little bit. No, stay in the middle. That'll do. Where's that one on the edge? Yeah, that's pretty much right. I just noticed there's a bit of a gap on that one. Bit of a hole in it. Which there shouldn't be, but there we go. It's a bit weird. Right, let's just check the chat. And then we get into the next. The competition. But one thing you really got to start doing is dramatically improve your stream. Is to read the chat. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. I'm trying to read it from like 4 mile away as well. I'm using my TV. When I get the equipment, I'll be good to go. But it's just I've got to save some money up, and I want to have a second monitor on my left hand side that I can just look over and read every now and then. So I do want to do it. Just a matter of having the tech. I can technically do it, but I think last time, after about 10 minutes, my computer decided it couldn't be doing with all the with the 2 screens, so it was just like, nah, sod it, and it just crashed and blue screen. That might have been sort of a coincidence, but I think it was down to the fact that it was a bit much for it. Oh crap, hold on. Wheeze. Oh damn. I know you are. Why are you watching me? God, I must be boring in comparison. Yep, it's just having the tech. Plus then you got the electric bill. Anyway, yeah. I shall read the damn chat eventually. During the streams. Yeah, I'm not going to clutter that. It takes me about an hour to clutter just a damn shelf, so I shall leave that. Let's go to the portals around the tower. Okay, I've got to really start controlling this damn camera. I've got to get my settings right, because this is a bit of a mess. I still haven't messed with things. What's the name of this thing? I'm just going to make a unique version of this because it's going to be easy to grab. That way, portal effects. Okay, new, yes. CT portal effects. Thank you for the feedback anyway, Wheeze. It would also help if it didn't take me about 5 attempts to get the intro going. But there you go. Bit of fun, I suppose. What are we doing? This I want over there, but I'm going to leave it. Just going to let people walk into it for now. Let's go upstairs. We've got the one there, haven't we? If I can find it. Now this one I left with its own light source, because as I mentioned in the last stream, I've sort of done just another mesh and texture for this portal, and all it does is just swap the actual activator out for one that'll operate to make it look like it's lit up. And I still want to have the light used for this one for dramatic effect. So although the light seems to, let's just show it again. So the light there, it's nice and bright, but it doesn't look the same as the others now. So I don't know whether to just keep the light as well and do the same sort of thing for this portal as I have for the others. I'll just check if I've corrected this, because I realised I'd forgotten the menu option to go back outside the tower. So what it'd be is you get into the damn tower and then you won't be able to get out. And I added another option. Let's have a look. Where's it gone? Portal. Well, the entrance has got all those on now. And I realised I didn't have entrance on here. In the end, it was quite easy. I decided to put exit at the bottom, which is a good idea anyway, rather than sort of keep it alphabetical with exit in the middle. Exit always looks best at the end, so it made things easier to change as well. So I've got exit tower there. I've actually got to test all this stuff out. And then I'd have to set that back up. So let's have a look. Yeah, let's duplicate that, replace it with an active version. because it's going to look odd otherwise, because that's not as bright. Double click this, have this enabled from the light, which is enabled from the other portal. Click OK there. What it is then is that portal has to be opposite. Oh, this could get confusing. This portal has to be opposite the enabled parent of the other portal. It's probably a better way of doing this. It's just a bodge it for now. Water sheet. Let's hide these. Getting in the way again. Would you believe? Have to try and select this in the, what should we call it? Have to manually do this. Apex, and it should be CTA. Got a 50-50 chance of getting the right portal, or not. Let's think. I could check the number. That's with FC on the end. Just click OK a minute. That's the light portal. This one is 9EB. So let's just show the other one a minute. Yep, got it wrong. Portal active. This is just confusing. I'll probably just do this after now. This is annoying. It just needs to be opposite the other portal, basically. They're all going to work off each other. Doesn't matter. Let's just show them all. Now, because that was corrected, technically I don't have to do anything. That's fine. That should just work now. That's that. That was 9EB. That's right. Portal active. Never mind. We'll just leave that. Test it afterwards. And yeah, we got to put that effect on. That's the whole reason we came up here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sort of duplicate that, then replace it with something that's not an activator, which is going to be CT portal effects. This catches up. There we go. Which we can't see. Where have I actually snagged this from? I think I've stole this off the Soul Cairn or something, and then you'll be wondering why it's purple. Well, I realise this has got emittance as well, so I've just changed this to my own light on the emittance to shadow blue, and you can't even tell it's the same thing if you lower it into the portal. So I got away with it that way. So let's go enabled portal active. That's the correct one, and that should be fine. That'll activate with it. When do you usually stream? I haven't seen. I stream randomly at the moment. I did have a schedule originally, but I couldn't make every Friday. It was just either way. I couldn't be bothered, or you know, other circumstances meant I couldn't do it. So I'll just do it when I feel like it. Me anyway. Yep, I stream random. Ah, yes, I've got that portal as well, haven't I? Of course I have. I haven't actually set this one up yet, though, so because this is going to be completely different. This is going to be linked to the outside world, isn't it? I'll just leave that for now. I'll do the effect later on, and I think we'll hop in game. We'll see how this stuff looks. Let's see what we can do. Main screen off. I'm hoping this is set up correctly, and I haven't changed anything since. I don't think so. It should be fine. There we go. Okie dokie. Grab me control. Still looks horrible. I need to get something. I need to get an EMB or something. We're going to need some soul gems, aren't we, to see if these are working. Let's go to the lobby, steal ourselves some. In fact, that's wrong. That looks like it's activated. Yep, gonna have to check that. Portals are a bit of a mess at the moment, so... see if this one works. Activates, get glow effect. That's cool. I think I've put a sound effect on. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check that. See if I actually added a sound effect in. Just wondering if the audio is actually working this time. Last stream I had an issue where I couldn't really stop the stream. And I had to change the audio. These drapes aren't working. Yeah, that's much better. That's much cooler. And that should open. There we go. Alchemic brilliance is added. That worked nice. That's really cool. We're going to have to script that. That would be really awesome. I think I'm going to have to extend the radius of this. Just a little. So... that's all looking good. That light, not sure that's quite blue enough. Need to put a bit more blue on that. Let's just check the other side for this. Should look okay. And then just fill that with stuff. No problems there. One moment. I don't know. Neighbours. Right. I'm still settled. I think I showed that before. I'm not sure if I showed it in stream, but yeah, that's had a bit of a change. Not sure I've tested that this still works as well. Quite a bit to just wander around and check because I changed the exterior quite a bit. Well, what? Ah. Oh, I know why. Never mind. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. It's because the tower's not there yet. Some of you all know why. Let's go back to the apex. She's got a door that dumps her on a mountain. Looks good. Swear there's something else I want to check. Looks fine. This, I was going to use the glow effect on this because if I put a light in here, it's going to send the light into, going to send it crazy. Does this work? I forget. Kind of. Might have to adjust the timing on that. The idea is that you've floated down into there. This can push back now too. I've got quite a lot of changes to do. That needs cluttering up. This I've got a couple of ideas for now. This will need setting up too. Quite a lot to do. Are these still not working? What has happened there? Let's just test one of the other ones instead, because this is weird. They should work now. Yeah, must be the lobby one that I just haven't quite done properly. That ought to be able to send me places. So I can't really use the lifts to get there yet because I haven't finished those. Oh! Ah, we never came in game to see him, did we? See if he'd worked out okay. That's the Forge Master.
What are you looking at?
I can't hear him because my volume's too low. There we go.
Need something? Yes.
Just yes. I think the Forge I'm pretty happy with. See if this one's okay. Yep, these all need checking over and redoing. I'm going to do that some other time. I'm going to worry about those right now. I've managed to get a light on this one. This is fine. Because it being only one room, I could risk another light source. In fact, I might actually still get away with a light source. But I'm not sure, because I removed the need for them with the portals, didn't I? In fact, if I was to remove the light for this portal, if it does still look okay, that's probably going to be fine. That's just a bit better with the blue though. So. Ah, why does Skyrim lighting have to be so broken? It's a shame. Never mind. Let's put the main screen back. See, nearly got the main screen then. Nobody would have been able to see anything. Yeah, I'll still need that collision done. I forgot about it actually. So yeah. Yeah, if you want to send that message over, just use my website contact form. Everything just keeps organised then. I'll get messages through like Nexus, Skyrim Nexus, and I just lose track of them. It's just so much easier if everything's in my email where everything's organised. So these, I'm not sure if I did weapon racks for these at all. I think I want to get them done out of the way, actually. I want to put those weapon racks in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hope that this all runs smoothly enough. I'm going to close the CK. Now it hasn't got an EMB running through it, it might be fine. I had some trouble with it before. And I'm going to have to reload it with a resource that I use to put weapon racks in. So this is how I recommend anybody to put their weapon racks in. I wouldn't make them from scratch. They're too long-winded, annoying and broken. This is the method I use. I will go... Oh, I bet it's not in here now. Nope, for reinstallation, but I shall hunt it down. In fact, I need to find my credit notes, which are actually somewhere else. There we go. Where is it? Build your own home. Oh, Russian version. That's it, resource. I use this, and this just has a room with all the different displays and such. Very useful. That's all I need. should show up in the CK. There it is. Have that as a plugin file, that one as my active. And then I can just literally copy them in, duplicate them in. So much easier. They tend to work every time as well. Yay! Now I know what that is, I think. Or do I? For those of you that don't know, there has been a beta come out for a new version of the creation kit. And I'm not working off that. And there's also a slight update to the game as well because they've made changes to the launcher. Something I didn't mention in a video I did. I just did a quick video on it. Basically, I'm not touching it yet because I don't trust Bethesda to have a nice working beta. For God's sake, the final release of the creation kit doesn't work 100%. So I'm going to trust them with the damn beta. But I'm just going to wait if they want to do a final proper release. Hopefully they don't mess anything else up that's already sort of screwed. It's just to lift the 100 meg limit on the Steam Workshop, which I don't use. Just do not use the Steam Workshop anymore. I've took everything off it. Okay, I think that was a one-off. I was going to say I thought it was like the ini settings been changed, and that's what had gone wrong when I was doing the video for it. I knew I'd put it back. I updated to the beta and it messed up and didn't work. I now know why it didn't work. I didn't update the game along with it, so it was confusing it. But I've still had a couple of reports of issues with the beta, so I'm like, I'm just going to leave it be and work with what I've got because I don't want 4 months of work to get messed up from a beta of the creation kit. New update is shite. I'm just not gonna touch it at all. I'm really not bothered. I couldn't believe it when I actually found out they'd updated something. I'm like, come on, it's been 3 years. Why do you care still? I'm sorry, but come on. Technically, I mean, Bethesda have made their money now, and now they're just going to sell Sky merchandise. I mean, they're still selling crappy Fallout 3 watches for like a stupid price. Go sell your merchandise. So they've made all the money off Sky. Why would they be too fussed to come back and change anything? But fair play to come back and try and lift the 100 meg limit. It's just, I hope they don't mess anything up in the process. I don't want them to force another creation kit update and Skyrim update. It's just going to mess it up more than it already is. And then it could undo some work that the modding community's done. The way I see it, Skyrim is owned by the modding community now. Seriously. You take every mod that you've got on Skyrim and try and play it again. No mods. Couldn't do it now. No way. Without mods, it would be one of them games that you play for so long, you'll put a good 100 hours in, like a normal RPG, and it'd end up on the shelf collecting dust. I mean, with the modding community, and same holds true with a lot of other games. I'm in the wrong thing here. Same holds true with other games. They carry on for years with people adding new content for free. Here's what I want, but I only want one of these. So, if we can hide this. Nudge this up. Because this is a plugin file, any changes made to the plugin file isn't going to be a problem. So this I can do. This is like temporary. Show everything. Hide those two. Copy that. And then If we ever get there. Yes to all. Yes to all, yes to all, yes to all. Up, 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 up. Here we go. Hide these and smack them in there. I was wondering if I could have done the spacer idea and I don't know. I'm just gonna leave this for weapon racks. Hide that because it's still selected. Well, that's a stroke of luck. It happens to be the right angle anyway. I think if these end up too close to it, it's not going to work. So I'm going to pull it out a little. Try and get it close for it to make sense. So my pickiness kicks in. Right. Should hide all these first. It's going to give me aggro otherwise. Oh, dear me. Do that all the time. I hide something because it's in the way, and then I show everything after I've hidden something to get to something else, and then show everything, and come on, select the damn thing. Just select. Thank you. Right. Should be here from this point. Easy from this point onwards. Well, I got a pretty good response from the dormitories anyway. People seem to like what I was doing with that, so I think we might see what else we can do with that shortly. I'll probably get these drapes sorted out. Dump them under the stairs. Shift some of the other stuff out of the way that I don't want there anymore. Fine. Hide them, they come down, and you have access to some of those. Lovely jubbly. Right. Now these drapes, these are where I want them now. I've lowered them down a bit. Got to check if I've actually done all of these thin ones here, all the different colours. I know I've made them. Yep, I've put them in. Blue what? Ah, yes, a new one I've made. I just put like a blue one with a sword. I'd like a new idea there. Then we've got thin banner green MP. That's it. I haven't actually made them yet, so gold one. Green, gold. Blue. Need the black one. I couldn't see the tassels on that then. The black, blue, the gold, green, the red, and then we need the white. Create those. Now all I've got to do is go around all of these and change them. Link them up, swap them out. Should be fun. No, I'd selected that then. There we go. Make sure I have selected the banners or this is going to end up a mess. Yep. Okay, let's make our way to these markers. Should be laid out already. What is down there? Oh yeah. Select all those. Enable parent. They are green ones. So what's that? Black, blue, gold, green. Control and D. Control and F. Red. Batch. Enable. Red. Link them. Control and D. Control and F. Place them with white. Open the batch menu. See how sad it is. I've done this so many times with my mods. I've got a method. Replace them. And then we've got the gold. A very smart, quick and effective method of switching out banners. Duplicate. Replace. Link to the blue. Duplicate. Place. Black. Link. If anybody knows if there's a script that actually allows you to just swap out a texture set on a mesh, that would make this so much easier, and you wouldn't have to have a mesh of every banner in every place. It's so annoying. I was researching it. I could have sworn I'd seen a script ages ago, and I was like, should I save this in case I need it in the future? I was like, no, I won't bother. It will always be here. And I cannot find it anymore. I think it was on the Creation Kit wiki, and I don't know if it ever existed. I'm sure it did, but I don't know. I've tried to figure it out off the bit of string that they give you, but I can't fathom it. I've tried a number of things. It's just not having it. I'm not sure if that's actually what it does. But it'd be nice to just be able to swap out a texture set instead of an entire mesh, because it's just stupid to have to do that. Yeah, what I'm doing now, eventually, if I get started on my new tutorials. What? 21 people? Madness. Broken a record. For the most people I've had in the stream. Why have we got a blue one and then the gold? That's funny. We'll see if that works anyway. I need to do the same for these. Again, don't mind any noise in the background. It's just a lunatic. Still waiting for my P90 to come in the mail. Should have had first class really. I'm selecting all the wrong things here. Do. Now, same again with these, and they should be working. Duplicate. Replace. Oh no. Orange. That's just for that other room. That's if we want the red ones. I forgot I'd done some orange ones. Link those. See them little lines show up as well after you've linked them. I'm sure I've done. I've got some sort of tutorial which shows you how to have enable parents, and there's certainly a tutorial to do with menu systems, which is something you can use. I haven't done an updated tutorial on sort of activating activators to do it, but if you get to learn a little bit of scripting, you're good to go. You'll soon sort of put the pieces together on how to do it. It's just a matter of using enable parents and linking them to markers. In fact, you don't technically need to link them to markers. It's just a nice, clean method doing it this way. One method I looked at before is just having everything enabled by one of the drapes in the collection rather than having to have all these markers here. But like I said, this really does keep it nice and tidy and easy to understand. And if you ever come back to a mod to make changes to any system like this, it's easy to see what's going on. I mean, I need to go back to Mershgoom and sort of tidy up some of the scripting in that and the way that things work. This should be okay now. Yes. Now, the rugs was the other thing, wasn't it? Have I got any rugs in here? I think I've scrapped the different coloured rugs in here because of just the layout the way it is. What I did before is have like a rug on each sort of square here. I don't want that anymore. If I come up here, I've got two rugs there. Those will need changing. And I'll have some rugs piled onto a rack somewhere. Just got to decide whereabouts that will be. You see, people in my mods, it gets quite annoying because I don't think that you'd want your followers sleeping with you, living with you. But people like the idea of having a bed for your follower, and it's like I don't know. I can't really. It's the way I designed some of my homes. I can't really fit a bed in here for a follower. I was thinking up here, but it really didn't fit very well. I was going to have two beds there for like followers and such, but well, even there could work. But then the display cases would have to go someplace else. Might put the rug collection there, up in that corner, I think. So yep, that's looking okay. Drapes in here, have we got these? These should be linked already. Those should already work. Those should be linked to those on the side there. Got to move these. I'll shift those now. Let's see if we can clear off a lot of this in the bottom. I think I'm going to keep this sort of design with these things piled on top of each other to make it a sort of bench thing. I'm going to keep that design in the forge, but for in here, I'm having this nice sort of storage system going on there. But this I'm now scrapping, so all this isn't needed here either. Oh, hold on. Let us just steal them. Might as well. Put these over here. Just drag them. How high are those compared to those? Didn't want that. Let's just copy that. Put these the same height. If they're not already. No, they're not. There we go. There you go. That'll do. Just put them there out of the way. And then this these. I wanted one of these off on the wall over here for these, I think. Just leave that there for now. With all these flasks, books. What is that? Oh, a knife. Don't need any of this. Don't really want to be doing your work right under the stairs anyway. There's a unique sort of table design I made up in the forge. It's like a spacer that just comes out of the wall. But I like this table that I've made here as well, so I'm going to keep with this in here. Looks pretty nice. If I do decide to have at least like one custom rug in here, that can go next to it, I suppose. Have the different rug colours. See, I think the problem with a lot of my cluttering and stuff, I tend to put things way too straight, so I'm just trying to shake things up a bit around the tower now and put things a little less straight. But in this case, this needs to sort of go there like that. That'll do. That looks nicer. Technically, that could be a fire hazard with the candle and all the drapes, but you're a wizard. If you live here, a mage, so you can just use magic to put the fire out. Unless, of course, you're out. You'll probably come back to a burning tower, but never mind. So if we have some rugs there. Have I got my rugs? Got these, but have I got the rolled versions? I take that as a no. So I'm going to see if I've put them into my resource and use them. Yep. Oh, it's still broken. What the... Let's just check this. I bet it's pointing at something Mershgrim again. I swear I corrected these. I probably did, but didn't copy them across. Textures DF127 rugs, DF127 rugs rolled. Rugs rolled white. That. Save it and stick with it. There we go. Right. That should be fine. If we reselect it. There we are. Please tell me I've done the texture sets. Yes. Okay, then CT, and this is completely wrong. These are going to be activators, so also I would... No, actually, I was going to say I was going to have an activator with the sound on it. It's roughly the same to a rug, but I'll probably just program it into the script instead and then leave the activator without sound on it. CT underscore activator rug rolled. Whoa. Rolled underscore black. Start with black. Rug rolled free. Roll black. Okay. Change. Name. Rug. Or rugs. Just leave it as a rug for the minute. And I think I could just use the drape script. And then click OK on that. Make all the different ones first. blue. Create new version, yup. Gold. Right. Nearly that. White one's easy enough. No texture set. Then what we want to do is just lean them up against the wall some different ways. As for the modding contest, I was going to enter it, and in the end I had an idea for a house. In fact, I might show it you. I used a resource from Tamira Strotty, and that was like a nice little house resource, nice and small. It'd been simple. I was going to have like loads of like built-in, nice and neat customization options in there, like you change the rugs, change the banners, the drapes. So I was going to have it so that you'd walk in the home and then your banner would change depending on what sort of birth sign thing you've got, which stone you've activated. So say if you were the mage, that would show up on the wall. I was going to have changeable bed covers. I was going to have a load more range of colours, more than I've ever had. It was going to be nice and hot swap, like you just click on things and things happened. I was going to have a fire that you could light and the smoke come out, all the usual. It was going to be like everything just packed into a nice little home. But I couldn't be bothered with it in the end. My clutter's not good enough. I was like, sorry. I wasn't in the mood in the end, but I was going to enter that into the competition, something nice and small, more simple. In fact, the first thing I was going to do, I was going to remake the tower from the Oblivion plugin, which was Battlethorn Castle. That was going to be called Nordale Castle. And in the end, that was way too ambitious and I couldn't get the interior right. So that's on the sidelines. I probably won't pursue that. But people have been shouting at me to do that after Caranthir Tower. After the original. People were like, please, please make Battlethorn Castle. And I don't know. Maybe one day, but no, this isn't working. I want a pole. Now, if I can find out what I used last time, pretty sure it wasn't these. Think. What was it? I cannot for the life of me remember what I used. I remember using something. Ah, what a shame. I built like a cool rack system where you fit all the... I think I know what I did now. Just seeing it in my mind. It was a pole of some sort and it was these things, I think. Imperial Jail pole. And then you just sort of build a rack with it. The other way would be nice. There we go. Really, really simple. And you put the different ones on there. I think I might miss one out each time, actually. See how long those rugs are, shall we? I was at 26. Damn. You just filter for object. Yeah, I imagined if Wheeze gave any sort of shout out, that might be why I've got a few more people. I mean, I like I say, I haven't got a schedule for streaming or anything. It's just when I feel like it. But if I had a schedule for things and I released videos a lot more regularly, I'd get a lot more traffic. Traffic. Your own numbers. No, I get a lot more people viewing, but it doesn't matter anyway because I put things up afterwards, don't I, on my YouTube? So it's just nice for people when they are able to catch me live because people like to have an input and like the community chat. It's good to connect with you people. Very cool. No. See, the clipping annoys me. I can't have it clip. It needs to look like it's perfectly lying on there. It's got to look nice and tidy. I might end up retexturing these ugly damn things as well. I might. Hold on. Let's have a look. Might have to create my own texture for that. I'm going to bother with that now, though. Really want to edit that. No. Just unselect the bowl. There we go. Rugs in this room, there would only be one rug, so I just need to pile a number of rugs on top of each of them. But you'll see what I'm doing here in a moment. That's it. Make sure that's selected. I don't want to go deleting the wrong thing. Duplicate. About perfect. So how many rugs have we got? We've got about 6, haven't we? It's going to be pretty high, this is. Good luck with the wood. Well, good luck with anyone bloody reaching this. Jesus. I usually put a ladder next to it as if to say, like, that's how you get to things. Although the player's got to select each of these, so this could go tits up. Good luck reaching any of them. Okay. Because the fact that, if any, there's only going to be like one rug to swap out anyway. What I'll do is put them into, double them up. This needs to be a little more random, so there we go. Duplicate. Would help if I press the right button, really. Attention to detail on a whole new level. This is sad. Stop it. There we go. Right. Need to replace these now. In the different colours. And I'm not going to put them in order. I'm going to randomise them. White and red. And then select all these. Crap, they look ugly. Do not like them poles. Let's try this a different way. Select the rugs first. And select the poles here. It's going to be a lot easier. Whoops. That's better. I don't know, I might have got away with 6, but it's going to get to about there, isn't it? It's going to be a bit of a climb. Have to worry about the tower burning down, have to worry about breaking your neck trying to get the rugs changed. Put that at a bit of a height. There we go. And then I'll just make them poles better eventually, but you should be able to then just select each of those. I don't know if that's going to be awkward actually, but we'll see how that looks, how that goes. And I might have some sort of large shelf on the top there. Holding some random stuff like. See how that goes. Okay, so the drape should all be linked together, and we'll see how that looks, how that works out. Should be fine. Other thing to get right would have been the portals. I didn't actually notice if we had any critters going here either. Nav mesh. I'm not sure if critters need nav mesh. If they do, then that means I'm going to have quite a hard time nav meshing underneath here. So what I'm probably going to have to do is hide everything. I remember having to nav mesh before, now I've said that. I'll just check as well if the critters are there, actually there. So it's drapes, critters, and just generally how it looks. See how things go. Okay. Let's load the game. COC CT Apex. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, so by default I had all the drapes disabled, yeah. Hang drapes, red disappear, red hang up, that's fine. Oh yeah, and them drapes as well, they look good. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Nice. Blue. That all look blue? Looks blue to me. White. Looks white to me too. White's rubbish. Don't like white. That's too plain. Green. Looks green to me. Black. Black's all good to go. And the gold. Very nice. Of course I'll pick red because that's my favourite colour. Although the tower's standard sort of colour theme is going to be blue, and the blue's quite nice. And then you could select these, change rug. Now the thing here would be, I would want to name these differently. Probably want to name each one. Have an activator for each. Oh, it's going to be awkward because you're trying to. You can't tell which one you're hovering over. You would if they were in a string. Hold on then. So if that's about that height and that's that height, we can probably pile them on top of each other like I originally planned. That'll probably be fine. And then what I can do is, just depending on how many rugs are in the room, they can go backwards. Multiple static versions on the back, front one changes, as I've done it before. It isn't too high. I can even lower that even more right to the ground if I need to. So I was worried that it would be too high for the player, but that looks absolutely fine. Scrap that shelf because that's horrible, and then have something hanging off the wall. That should be fine. So this is looking good. Check the Alchemy Lab's okay. That's fine. Leans over okay, uses it. Looking good. And my bottle colours are awful. They are a total fail, are they? Oh no, you can tell that one's orange. Let's have a look. I did different bottle colours, or I tried to. I think they've turned out a bit whack, to be honest. Never mind. See all the different potions up there and such. And I've got all those on there. So see how that works. Drapes. Very cool. Check these weapon racks as well. Oh yeah, the bugs. I did. Yeah, check if there's any bugs flying around. Probably not. So that opens up, and you've got a weapon. Perfect. Soldier required. I'll check those portals after. I'd like a custom designed weapon rack that stands out a bit more, I think. That looks fine. It's all coming along quite nicely. See if we can add some stuff here. I am really proud of how I've done this. I'm not going to tell anyone how I've done this one though. This is going to stay unique to my tower for a while. I have kind of guided people roughly how this is done, but the script is a bit of a pig. Check your critters. I shall. Statues work fine, that works fine. Coming along quite well. About the fire, yep. I had to change the fire. I had some awesome flame thing that for some reason decided to disappear. So I think we're going to need nav mesh. Because I can't see any critters here. None at all. Should have like bees over here as well. That's weird. Then I think I'll probably have to like prefer paving all the way around, so that followers don't try and just jump over here to follow you. That is really coming along nowadays. Much happier with that. Yeah, I don't want another shelf there. See if we can build a few ideas for the dorms. Ah, we had that collision issue, didn't we? Which needs sorting. You can't get back in. Yeah. Okay. Just wondering if I've got that house actually, if I can remember. Depends if it's activated. Yes, it is. Right. Excuse me. See if I can show you this. I took a resource. As you can see, like the ground's all screwed because I had to reset that. I'd have to sort that out. But just imagine all these rocks aren't here, and all the ground's sort of evened out here. But this was going to be it. This was a resource from Tamira, and I just changed the textures. Had to change some of the UV map as well, so things like worked out, like the brickwork worked out. But I used some, I think it's windhelm textures, about 3 different windhelm textures, and then put like the snow on the roof as well. Made it a bit more unique from what the original was. And also I had to sort of blag some emittance for the lighting, because you'll see when it goes dark. This by default didn't have emittance built into the windows, so I had to put some overlay windows on the top, and those actually do emittance now. So those brighten up in the evening. And that looks pretty cool, quite nice and homely. Look better with an E and B. But also the chimney, that smoke and stuff, like I said. So if we go inside, I was also going to do sort of floor changing, what I had a while back with Riverside Shack. If we go in here. Really nice and cosy. Same with these windows, I was going to put something here to cover that up. That's basically the blag I've done to sort the window emittance out because it didn't work. I just couldn't figure it all out. I just couldn't do the clutter. But you can see there, that's where the whole banner thing was going to happen. Those would all be disabled, and the one would be enabled for whatever you are, kind of thing. Go up. I did do a bit of the bedroom. I had a bit of an idea here, which I think has failed. You might be able to tell. There's a slight weird glimmer going on, and basically I made an invisible mannequin. I wanted to use Insanity's stand, but I wanted the player to be able to put anything on it, so I thought, well, if I can embed a mannequin into the middle of it who's invisible, who never moves, obviously because he's a mannequin, you might be able to do it. But for some reason the activator's not even working, and it's just turned out to be a complete mess. But that was the general idea, to use. I don't think I've linked it, that's why. But to use a mannequin, but you can kind of tell that he's there because invisibility is not 100% in the game. But that was my idea. Use an invisible mannequin. What are them doing in there? But this is what I was going to do for the mod contest. And as you can see, the flooring's my nice wooden floor. And I'd done like cut out meshes for both top and bottom, so you could change those. I think the wood was going to stay the same at the top, and then the bottom you could change to my different sort of more marble textures and such. A particular reason my mods are off the workshop, yeah, I got sick and tired of some of the comments on the workshop, and quite frankly, I won't be updating anything on there. And it's just not something I want to stay on, to be honest. If people want to use my mods now, they can get them through Nexus, or they can even get them off my website on my Google Drive. So that's why they're off the workshop. I just don't want the hassle anymore. Sorry if people have their... It's like they realise that the mod's been removed, but the game does warn you when there's been a change. I mean, the silly way that the workshop works is it disables your mods. It deletes your mods if they're taken down off the workshop. It just, when you load up your Skyrim through your launcher, rips them away from you, which is silly, but there's nothing I can do about that. So I've taken them down. And they are gone now. Gone. Once you get rid of them, you can't get them back. So, that was that. That was just like the little side project I was going to try and do in a couple of days for the competition, but I just scrapped it in the end. I didn't bother with it. If you put a mannequin halfway through a wall, do you think it would simulate wall mounting arms? I'm surprised my mannequin even sits on that stand, to be honest. I thought it'd push him off it. I don't think they'd go into a... I really don't think you'd get them to sit in mid into a wall. But you can always try it.